Welcome to the Associateship in Canadian Surety Bonding Certificate Program Preview, where we will provide a high-level overview of the program. My name is Anne Dwyer, and I will be facilitating the session today. In addition, we will hear from Stephen Ness, President of the Surety Association of Canada, and Sharon Clark-Kofas, Director of Operations, Membership and Stakeholder Services in the ACSB Designation Program Administrator. Welcome to both Steve and Sharon. Okay, so before delving into the program details, I would like to spend a minute to tell you about our partner in offering the ACSCB certificate. The Surety Association of Canada, otherwise known as SAC, is a national trade advocacy association that represents the interests of the surety industry across Canada. Its members consist of primary surety firms, surety reinsurers, surety insurance brokers, and other organizations that provide related and complementary services to the surety industry. Since its formation in 1992, SAC has become a trusted resource for construction purchasers, design professionals, contractors, suppliers, and other stakeholders in construction and business communities. And we are proud to be a partner in the delivery of the ACSB designation program, which aims to provide students with a theoretical and practical understanding of suretyship through a comprehensive review of surety bonds and related process, and is intended for those who plan on embarking upon a career in the surety industry. We will hear more about the profession and SAC in a few minutes. Or again, at the end of the session, you could always visit the surety website at www.suretycanada.com. Let's have a high-level look at the Associateship in Canadian Surety Bonding Certificate, an ACSB designation, what we like to call a two-in-one credential opportunity. The Associateship in Canadian Surety Bonding Certificate is designed to provide students with an extensive learning experience related to surety bonds, both commercial and contract, the suretyship process, trends that may affect the surety industry, as well as the basic principles of contract law as they apply to construction. Upon successful completion of all program requirements, learners will be awarded the ACSB designation by the Surety Association of Canada. In addition, learners may apply to graduate with an Associateship in Canadian Surety Bonding Certificate from McMaster University Continuing Education. So again, a two-in-one opportunity, two-in-one credential. And I will add to that that graduates of a McMaster University certificate or diploma who apply for and continue in an undergraduate program at McMaster may be eligible to apply for advanced standing based on the courses completed under their academic certificate. So really a win-win situation. I just want to review the learning outcomes with regard to the Associateship in Canadian Surety Bonding Certificate so that you have a really clear understanding of what it is you will come out with having completed the program. So by the end of this program, you will gain an understanding about the surety industry, including past trends and current state. You will use the knowledge that you have obtained pertaining to the different types of surety bonds and their proper use. By the end of the program, you will be able to explain the process of surety underwriting and how it differs from insurance underwriting. By the end of the program, learners will be able to use their learning of standard construction procedures, such as tenders, claims, etc., and be able to utilize those learnings when analyzing contract documents. And learners will gain an understanding of common law practices with regard to legal disputes. So what does the program, the Associateship in Canadian Surety Bonding Certificate, what does the program look like? What does it consist of? And what are you required to complete? The structure of the ACSB designation program requires students to complete 4 core courses and 2 electives through a distance online learning platform. Courses are offered in either online or online self-study format. And although there are similarities, online courses are generally more structured and are scheduled similar to an in-person 13 to 14-week semester, whereas online self-study provides learners with a continuous an opportunity to register in our continuous bi-monthly intake. So you can start pretty much anytime throughout the year. So a course such as Introductory Financial Accounting is available in an online self-study format. We have September, November, January, March, May, and July intakes. So those would be structured whereby students can take up to 5 months to complete the course requirements. Courses, the SAC-specific courses, SAC 101, SAC 102, and SAC 103, those courses are in what we call an online format, and they are more structured. They're structured according to a 13, 14-week semester, where students will work through the learning objectives and complete a final exam at the end. Courses, both online and online self-study, are led by practitioners in the field who bring experience and expertise to the classroom. So granted, the theory is very important, and that's what you'll learn at the university level, but equally, if not more important, is that you're learning from actual practitioners who are in the field, and they bring that wealth of experience and expertise into the classroom. That's very critical for what we do at continuing education. We do advise students to anticipate dedicating anywhere from 9 to 12 hours per week per course in order to cover off the course readings, any webinars that may be scheduled, videos, and assessments. So I just want to spend a minute with respect to admission requirements for the Associateship in Canadian Surety Bonding Certificate. There are essentially two components of this. First and foremost, there is no application required to enroll in the Associateship in Canadian Surety Bonding Certificate. You simply go to the McMaster University website, so www.mcmastercce.ca, and that will be shared at the end of the session. Go to our website and register online. You can register in any course in any order, so long as you meet any and all course requirements. And in terms of taking the program, you need to ensure that you have an Ontario Secondary School diploma or equivalent, or be a mature student, or be deemed an exceptional case. So please ensure you meet the program requirements in order to sign up for the courses. And in addition, if you're new to Canada, or if you're an international student, you must ensure that you meet the English language proficiency requirements, which again are posted on our website at McMaster Continuing Ed, and that website will be shared at the end of the session. It is very important to note that this is a program that was developed by the Surety Association of Canada, and it is important that any and all registrants, before they begin their first course, that they actually sign up through SAC in order to become a student of SAC. So you take the courses through McMaster, but you also have to register at the program level in order to receive the designation, okay? And the student registration form, I have the website here on this screen. You can download the registration form at www.suretycanada.com. Again, this information will be shared with you. That registration form is also available at the McMaster Continuing Ed website on the program page. So a number of students, they'll ask throughout their stay at Continuing Ed, taking courses, or even a number of learners, prospective learners, will ask ahead of signing up for something, when will I finish? What are my time commitments? What type of assignments am I looking at? In terms of time commitment, the Associateship in Canadian Surety Bonding Certificate can be completed part-time on your schedule. The majority of our students are part-time students. They're working full-time. Some are working part-time. Many have families and outside commitments. So the majority of our students do take programming on a part-time basis. McMaster Continuing Education, or MCE as we are known as, offers both online, as I mentioned, and online self-study. And both formats provide convenience, allowing learners to set their own schedule. Online, however, is, as I mentioned, a more structured format and coincides with a 13 to 14-week schedule. Whereas our online self-study format allows learners to work at their own pace, taking up to 5 months to complete all of the course requirements. including final exams. Both formats have specialized assessments in terms of assignments due dates. So there is structure that way, where there are very specific due dates by which assignments have to be submitted by. And all of the core courses and some of the electives will have final exams. In general, learners should allocate 9 to 12 hours, as I did mention earlier, per week in order to complete the coursework. And some students will take 2 courses a term. It's not necessary. It depends on what your schedule and timeline is like. But do keep in mind, if you are taking more than 1 course per term, you need to adjust your time accordingly. So again, if you're looking at 9 to 12 hours per course, if you're taking 2 courses, you're looking at upwards of 24 hours per week per course for your course studies. In terms of assignments and gradings, so there will be some variety here. And although, sorry, my screen flashed. Hopefully it didn't flash for you. Assignments and grading, each course is uniquely planned. And you can expect to see a combination of assignments, a combination of webinars, quizzes, things of that nature, case studies, research papers, in order to assess your learning. So there isn't one specific formula that we apply across board to all of our courses. It will be a combination of a variety of things. There may be some group work, depending on the size of your class and if you're attending as part of a cohort. By way of example, the SAC courses. If you're attending a online self-study course and completing the course at your own pace, it's likely you will not see group work in that type of a format. In addition, as I mentioned earlier briefly, all of our core courses have a final examination, and that final examination is proctored online through Examity, which is a live remote proctoring service. So there is information on Examity with respect to the technical requirements on our website. So please do take a look at that so that you are familiar with what you require in order to sign up for a course that has Examity as a testing center. And then finally, just a quick mention with regard to course materials. Most courses require a textbook or some type of course pack. And the majority of courses, the course material is available for purchase through our campus store, so the McMaster University campus store. Generally, you're looking at anywhere from $100 upwards to $260 for course materials for any given course. The exception to this, in terms of being available through our campus store or our bookstore, the exception to this is SAC 103. And for that particular course, SAC 103 is Construction and Surety Law. The materials are actually purchased through, you have to come through Continuing Education and get a token in order to take that to the publisher and purchase directly. So please do not go directly to the publisher for that particular course pack. It has to be selected through McMaster University, as we have special pricing for that. All of these details, again, they're posted at the course level. They're posted on our website at McMaster University. And if ever there's a question, you can certainly reach out to the program email account and a staff member will get back to you on that. So at this time, I would like to invite Steve and Sharon to say a few words. So thank you, first of all, for taking time today to join the session. McMaster University, as I've already mentioned, we're very proud and excited to be a partner and to deliver this incredible learning opportunity for those in the industry. So I will turn things over to Sharon and Steve.
Hi there. So Steve, are you on there as well?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can. So I'll lead it to you first to kind of maybe just do a brief introduction, and then I'll take over from there.
Well, you'll be sorry. Morning, everyone. Thanks for coming this morning. Thank you, Anne, for arranging this. And covered a lot of the, at least the high-level stuff about the program and the various courses. Just want to provide a little bit of background for you. This program actually isn't new. We started it back in 1998, so it's 22 years old, although our partnership with McMaster is new. We started that at the beginning of this year. And they've been a great partner, and we thank them for all their help and support. As to the program itself, now Anne got into it a little bit, saying that this is really it's kind of on the job training, and it's intended for people who are looking to make surety their careers. And that is true. And it was started actually as an alternative for our members. Our members, of course, are the surety companies, brokers, reinsurers, and so on, as an alternative to in-house training programs. And certainly that's the way a lot of members are using it. I know some of your employers have this now as a requirement for your completion and promotion. I know some of them even provide bonuses for successful completion, and that gives me a great deal of power, and I love it. The courses themselves and the academic requirements. Now, surety, of course, is not quantum physics. And yes, the material is, let's just say anyone who puts the time in, does the work, reads the material, comes to understand it, should be able to do well in this course. We're in these courses. We're not here to trick anybody. We're here to prepare you for your work in the surety industry. And as a result, the work can be somewhat detailed, and the information and the requirements can be very stringent if you do not do the work. If you don't put in the time, yes, you can fail, and people have failed. But generally, anyone who does the work, puts in the time, will do well. Teaching the courses, I'm one of the instructors in the first course, Principles of Surety, along with Jody Millette. The second course is Contract Surety with Dave Kaminga, and the third course is Construction Law with Sonny Ingram and Laura Delamere, both surety lawyers, all experts in our field, or at least we like to think so. It depends on who you talk to, I suppose. But we'll take the time. I always say to students, please call me. I get lonely, and I'd like to be able to help you out with any questions you may have, either coursework or anything else surety related that can help you with your ongoing career. As to that, that's about all I've got to say, and I'll turn it over to Sharon. Maybe she can fill in one or two of the details I missed.
That's great. Thanks, Steve. Well, first of all, obviously on behalf of the Surety Association, we're very pleased to be partnered with McMaster University Continuing Ed on the delivery of the ACSB designation program. Our work, we just started, as Steve mentioned and Ann mentioned, we just started our partnership in the winter term, and we're really excited about working with them collaboratively together on providing in-depth, informative information about the surety industry, and especially for those looking to explore the surety industry as a career path. So I did want to mention the fact that there is a couple of things that I know we get some frequently asked questions, one of which I want to kind of just mention again and reiterate is one of the first steps required for the program is for students to register with the Surety Association of Canada so that we can create a student file as you work towards your designation. So this enables us to communicate any pertinent information regarding the designation as well as any pertinent information regarding the industry. So there is a fee required, and there's a different range based on whether or not your company is a member of the association. So if you're not sure if your company is a member, just contact us directly at the Surety Association, and we can definitely confirm that for you. The next steps, once you've actually registered for the program through the Surety Association, is to enroll in the first required course, which is the Principles of Suretyship course, so SAC 101, which, as Steve mentioned, he co-instructs as well as Jody Mallett. So after you've completed that first course, students can then enroll in any of the remaining courses in any order that they choose, and the electives can be taken at any time. So going back to Anne's point about workload, it's really all dependent on you. We get a lot of questions about how many courses should I take each term. It's really dependent on your workload and what you feel that you can handle. It is distance learning, it is online learning, so it's really somewhat at your own pace in terms of how you can manage your time. But one of the things I do want to mention is we do offer an exemption for just one of the courses, which is the Introduction to Financial Accounting, which is ACC 925. So if you do have another university degree and you've taken some accounting courses, they may be eligible to be able to be exempted from that exemption for that introduction course. So what you would do is that you would contact the Surety Association, provide us with a copy of your transcript for any of the accounting courses that you've taken, and then we can review it in order to determine if that exemption is granted. Students once they've completed all of their courses, I'm really excited to announce that graduating students are actually invited to attend the association's annual awards gala, where we present designation certificates. And in addition, as Anne shared previously, students are also eligible to receive an academic certificate from McMaster University. So you kind of get two certificates in one program, which is really exciting. And that's new to our partnership with McMaster, and we're really excited to be able to offer that to students of the program.
Great. So thanks again, everyone. Have yourselves a wonderful day and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Take care, everyone.